Okay, I'm joined now by John Zogby, Senior Partner at Zogby Strategies, Director of the Keenan Center for Entrepreneurship, and the author of the book, We Are Many, We Are One. Oh, John, we've got so many things we could talk about and so little time to actually talk about it. The Rasmussen poll is the news of the day, obviously. We now have Donald Trump by 1% over Hillary Clinton, which begs the question to give us something to think about as we head closer to the weekend and this Labor Day. How much attention should we be paying to these national polls, or should we ignore them and focus on those swing state polls, which is where everybody's attention is, strategically speaking?
The truth is we need to be looking at both. The national poll is an important barometer because we all do get to vote, and ultimately votes are tallied in a popularity contest. It was certainly relevant in 2000, closest election right in American history, and one candidate looks like he won the popular vote. Whichever way you turn it, it was very, very close, and the national numbers reflected the battleground numbers as well. So bottom line is, look at both, don't ignore any, and follow the trend, that's all. And it's not a prediction. What's going on today is what's going on today. It's a barometric reading, it's a photograph of a moment in time.
Well, good advice and a good way to sort of counsel us, if you will, in being a better consumer on these polls. I look at the Rasmussen poll. It came out before, well, actually done before Donald Trump ever went down to Mexico, before he ever clarified his positions on where he stands on the policies of immigration. So help us sort this out if we're somebody who's really looking at these things. Do we look at them every couple of weeks? I would imagine looking at them every day or every other day is probably pretty bad for your mental health.
Sad to say it probably is. That's why my mental health is not so good.
I'm sorry, John.
But, you know, with that said, look, something's going on here. And what's going on is that Hillary Clinton is stuck in the mud. It's the Donald's numbers that are actually moving up and down a little bit. Hers are down, and they're staying down. It's pathetic that she's polling 41, 42%, no matter which way you look at it. And it's a testimonial, A, to how much people just don't like either of these candidates, and B, a question of, you know, are they ultimately going to decide to vote for one or the other, or not vote at all? And this tells us a lot right now. A lot of voters undecided.
We have four candidates, too. I wonder how much of a distraction or how much of an influence or what to make of the fact that we're not looking at two people now. We're looking at four. Johnson, last I checked, was polling in double digits. Jill Stein's not quite there yet. To what degree are they playing an influence in this election?
A huge influence. First of all, they're giving an outlet to voters who ordinarily may just be in the undecided column. Secondly, what they're doing is they're registering a disgust, let's say, with the two party candidates. And thirdly, they're documenting that how much of an impact they ultimately can have, whether their numbers go up or down. Usually, the third party candidates' numbers go down, especially in a close race. But at least for the moment, people are parking their cars in the Johnson and Stein parking lots, and that's very significant.
It is, especially because we have very little time left, but he could actually be on the stage. Is that good or bad? Fast answer.
It depends who you are. I think it's very bad for Hillary Clinton, not for Donald Trump. I think that...
Well, I'm going to have to cut you off there, John. I really apologize because we got to get to the weekend. Thanks. Everybody else, you as well, John, have a great weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday. Steve rejoins us Wednesday, and tomorrow we're having a special Steve Malzberg show. You don't want to miss it.